The Shadow of Fear. Part 1. The Allure of the Old Mansion. Idris had always led an ordinary life, but there was one thing that constantly troubled him: the old, desolate mansion in his neighborhood. It had been abandoned for years, yet countless terrifying stories circulated about it. They said that whoever entered never returned, or if they did, they were found in a bizarre and disturbed state. Since childhood, Idris had been curious. What was inside that mansion? What made it so terrifying? Many times he had gathered the courage to approach its massive, rusted gates, but every time he did, an eerie chill would run down his spine, and an unexplainable force would hold him back. For the past few nights, however, a strange dream had haunted him. In the dream, he would find himself standing in front of the mansion, staring at its dilapidated entrance. There on the doorstep sat an old woman, her face wrinkled, her eyes clouded over like a misty void. Her lips trembled as she whispered, "Time is running out. Leave while you still can." Each morning, he woke up drenched in sweat, his heart pounding like a drum. Part 2. The Trap of Curiosity. One day, Idris confided in his friend Cameron about his recurring dream. Cameron's face darkened. "Why are you having those dreams? That mansion is cursed. My grandfather once told me that something sinister lives there." Idris chuckled. "These are just baseless rumors. If we go inside ourselves, we'll see there's nothing to be afraid of." Cameron hesitated, but Idris's insistence eventually won him over. That very night, under the dim glow of the moon, they stood before the looming mansion. A cold gust of wind made them shiver as they reached the entrance. And there she was, the same old woman from Idris's nightmare, sitting exactly where he had seen her. She lifted her head, her milky white eyes meeting his, and whispered in a chilling voice, "There is still time, turn back." Idris felt a sudden pang of fear, but then he let out a nervous chuckle, masking his unease, and pushed the heavy door. It creaked open by itself, as if something inside had been waiting for them. Part 3. Inside the mansion. Darkness swallowed them whole. The air inside was thick and musty, reeking of decay and something else, something metallic, something rotten. Moonlight streamed in through the broken windows, casting long, shifting shadows on the walls. Torn curtains swayed in the cold wind, and the wooden floor creaked beneath their hesitant steps. "This place feels wrong," Cameron muttered. Suddenly, a soft whisper floated through the air. "You shouldn't have come." Idris's stomach twisted. He swung his flashlight upward. A chair in the corner was rocking back and forth. Empty. And then, bang! The main door slammed shut behind them. Cameron yelped, running back to pull it open. But it wouldn't budge. A chill of terror settled in their bones. And then, from the top of the staircase, a shadow emerged. It was impossibly tall and thin, its elongated limbs stretching toward them, its eyes two dark voids of nothingness. It moved unnaturally, shifting and twisting, its voice a guttural whisper. "This place is ours. Those who enter never leave." Part 4. The Terrifying Truth. Idris's breath hitched in his throat. His legs felt like they were sinking into the cold floor. Cameron grabbed his arm. "We have to go now." They turned and ran for the door. But with each step, the hallway stretched longer. The exit, so close a moment ago, now seemed impossibly far away. A shadowy tendril curled around Cameron's ankle. He screamed. Then the old woman appeared in the darkness. She raised a trembling hand, her milky eyes locked onto the shadowy figure. In a voice that was both gentle and commanding, she began to recite verses from the Quran. The effect was instant. The shadow recoiled, writhing in agony, as if the words burned its very essence. It let out an ear-splitting shriek and began to dissolve into thin air. With a final, agonized wail, it vanished. The old woman turned to Idris and Cameron, her voice firm and heavy with warning. "I told you not to enter. Some doors are better left closed." Part 5. Forever Changed. That night changed Idris forever. He no longer slept soundly. Shadows in the corner of his room seemed to move when he wasn't looking. Sometimes he would catch a glimpse of a pale, hunched figure in the reflection of his mirror. And at night, he heard soft knocks at his bedroom door, slow, deliberate, as if something was still trying to reach him. One evening, when he was all alone, he felt an eerie coldness creeping through his room. Then he heard it. Knock. Knock. His breath caught in his throat. Knock. Then a whisper. The door was never supposed to open. Moral of the story: not every door is meant to be opened. Curiosity may lead a person to answers, but some truths are better left unknown. Some doors, once opened, can never be shut again. The end.